take your script, find the producer who makes similar things. I mean, this is kind of common knowledge. And, go to use the 411 or Hollywood Creative Directory and or Variety or Hollywood Reporter, whatever, wherever you get your information, IMDb, and find the producers who make movies similar to what you're writing. And then send a good cover letter and synopsis. What I do, or what I've done before, is send the first 5 or 10 pages, because I don't want to send them a synopsis. I just want them to get interested in my writing. And on to the writing. The readers out there are not as dumb as you may think. Most of them are college graduates, and a lot of them studied writing or studied, if you have a degree, then you should be able to know where the commas go, how to use a period, the difference between plural and possessive case. And people who want to be writers but don't know how to use proper punctuation and grammar drive me batshit. Period. Doesn't make any sense to me. I want to be a writer, but they can't write. So learn how to use the English language on paper. So, did I answer your questions?
I just felt like I got spanked. Yeah, but okay.
No, why would you get spanked?
No, because I know I have this comma problem. You keep telling me about this comma
I'm
problem.
not. This is nothing.
No, I know. I'm
universal.
just no,
believe me. People do not know how to use an apostrophe, and it's ridiculous. I mean, I can find
95% of the people who write, I would say, probably don't know how to use commas.
But you know what? I don't have any patience with that, because you can type apostrophe usage into your search engine and you can find hundreds of websites that will tell you how to use an apostrophe.
Yeah, but it depends a lot on your schooling, because, excuse me, because like at a certain point they stopped really teaching sentence structure the same way that you probably learned it. And in order to use commas entirely correctly, you really have to understand sentence structure very well. And so that's probably where the difference is that you're probably seeing a lot more of people that don't understand the sentence structure as well as
I know where your mind is.
A certain period.
Oh, what I just said, though, is you can go online and you can research that. For instance, what's the difference between the serial comma and the journalism comma? Where you don't use the comma before the and you do use a comma before the and. I'm all for the serial comma, known also as the Oxford comma or the Harvard comma. And, using a comma after a statement to, with an address, did you hear what I said, Michael? Did you hear what I said, comma, Michael?
Right.
People leave that comma. What's the point?
I generally, basically, personally, my rule about commas is to never use commas unless the sentence doesn't make sense without the comma.
Well, this is the point of a comma. It's the point of any punctuation. It creates the phrasing and the dynamic of the sentence itself. Now, the ultimate point I'm making here is don't distract the reader from your story. That's the ultimate.
Okay, then my question is, the readers, now we're talking like Hollywood studio readers, okay? Are they educated enough that when they read a script that's a little bit off when it comes to grammar and that sort of thing, that they will be turned off and put it away?
Here's many are, and perhaps some aren't, but here's the larger point, is if the sentence doesn't make sense, the reader has to go back and read the sentence again and make sense out of it. So if the punctuation is not well used, for instance, the example I just gave, then they have to go back and read it again, because you can read an unpunctuated sentence several different ways. And sometimes people leave out periods, and they have run-on sentences and things. And so it forces the reader to stop. That pisses the reader off because they're trying to get through 3 scripts in a night. So they don't want to have to go back and reread. That's the point.
I understand. Then, in your mind, okay, is a perfectly written script as far as English and all that stuff which one is better? Perfectly written script, grammar, English, blah blah, or an amazing story?
Amazing story. However, if the writing is so bad that the reader can't get to that amazing story, then you've lost both.